Welcome to Daily Cigar. I'm Lisardo, and tell me, do you love smoking cigars but sometimes you find that your cigars give you problem? Or that the flavors vary although it's the same cigar and they come from the same humidor? Well, there is one simple trick that nobody's talking about. It is just one step that you gotta do, and this will make all the difference to ensure that your cigars are stored in the optimal environment. The advised humidity for cigars is between 67 to 70%. And the best way to measure this is by using a hygrometer, something like this or maybe like this. The problem that we run into is that how do we know that the data that the hygrometer is providing us is the correct data? Or maybe you have a humidor where you have 2 or 3 of these hygrometers. Maybe you have noticed yourself that it's really strange or really hard to be able to have the hygrometers providing us with the same data. They're normally a few percentages off from one another. And this is where we run into the problem of smoking cigars that are not at their fullest potential, because we don't really know which hygrometer to follow, and when we end up following one, we don't really know if that is the correct one. But to stop this, there is a simple trick, and all you have to do is calibrate the hygrometer. But let me tell you, not all hygrometers are created the same. If you bought a humidor that comes with one of those analog hygrometers, you know, the one with the needles, those are very unreliable. You cannot calibrate them. They're very unreliable. They're kind of crap. So the best thing to do is get at least one of these. These are very simple, very cheap, and it gives you the temperature. It will also give you the humidity. There is a minimum and a maximum, so you can check and you can see your average. Or if you want to go a little bit more in depth and you want to have more control, then you get a Bluetooth one. This one is a great one. I've been using it for a few years, but there are also other ones. All of these I use all the time. I will link them in the description below. I calibrate them maybe 3 to 4 times a year, especially if I have to change the battery. Because every time you change the battery, it could reset. Well, I find personally that I have to calibrate them every time. They're normally off a few percentages, either up or down. So I've been using this kit, which is the trick that I got for you today, for a long time. Basically, since I started having cigars and I started using hygrometers, I've been using this kit because it's the easiest, the cleanest, and the most reliable one. This is a kit from Boveda. It's a one-step calibration kit for hygrometers and humidity sensors. It comes with a 75% humidity bag, and don't get it confused. You can see that I've used this one before. It's 75, not 69 like the ones that you normally use, you know, to store your cigars with. This is a 75, and there is a reason why it is 75. 75% is the humidity standard for a calibration kit, and this one is based on the scientific principle of Raoult's law and Henry's law. The principle is widely used and accepted by chemists and lab professionals to determine the accuracy of any hygrometer. So as you can see, this is something that a professional, a chemist, will use. This is the same method, and that's why I love it, because you cannot go wrong with this. It is very easy, very clean to use, and all you have to do is open your little bag and stick your hygrometers inside. Just put them inside. Very simple steps. You put them inside, you seal your bag, and then you leave it here for a minimum of 24 hours. And that's it. Well, not really. I'll see you tomorrow. And by the magic of editing, I'm back. It's been 24 hours. These hygrometers have been in this little pouch chilling for 24 hours now. They're doing really well. Okay, so looking at these guys, we can straight away see that the one with the little screen is showing 27.9 and 71% humidity. We're trying to target 75. Unfortunately, this is the cheapest of them all that I have here, and I cannot calibrate this one, but at least by using the pouch, I know that, you know, it is about 4% different. So if I'm looking to keep my humidor at 70%, for example, then when I read here, you know, 4% difference, then I know I'm actually at 70%. I shouldn't worry. As these two are Bluetooth hygrometers, they have an app, and let's start with sensor push, which is the one over here. Just refresh the data. The good thing about using them with the app is that you can see hour per day, per week, per month. Very useful. You can zoom in, scroll, zoom out, etc. But anyway, it is showing us an average of 74. So it is a little bit off, but not much. But it's really easy to configure this. All you have to do is tap configure, calibration, and then it tells you what is actually reading at the moment. And you just take it up to 75 because that is what is inside the bag. That's what it should be reading. And that's it. It's configured. It's done. Easy as that. Let's have a look at the other one. So this one, there you go. Let me refresh just in case. Yes, it's showing 60%, which means that it is 15% off. And I know why. This is because I've changed the battery a week ago and I hadn't calibrated it because I was waiting to do this video. This is exactly what I was talking about. If you buy the hygrometer, stick it in your humidor, and it tells you that it's 60% humidity, and you start adding humidity there, you know, 15% of humidity you gotta add, your cigars are gonna be damp. That's gonna cause mold, burning problem, horrible to smoke, flavors are gonna change. That is really, really bad. Anyway, back to the hygrometer. You go into settings, calibration, so it should be reading 75. All we have to do is just increase it to 75, and there you go. Forget the 0.7 because that's gonna change a little bit. And then if we go back, there you go, 75. Now both of the hygrometers have been calibrated, and as soon as I put them on my humidor, the reading that is gonna give me is the correct reading. And that's it. That's my little trick. That's the way that I keep my cigars in the optimal condition, smoking to their full potential. If you want to do that, make sure you calibrate your cigars, put it into your routine. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to put this into your routine, maybe 2-3 times a year. Every time you're moving your cigars around, you calibrate your hygrometers. Every time you change the battery, you calibrate the hygrometer. Get one of these one-step calibration kits from Boveda and you're sorted. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to do this, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. But if you enjoyed the video and you found it useful, I'm going to leave you a video over here where I talk about how the pros smoke and they taste the cigars, so that you're able to enjoy your cigars a lot more. In the meantime, smoke less, smoke the best. See you soon.